This meeting is being recorded.
Hey there, Trinace here from Real Women. How are you? I decided that I was going to send you something really succinct and quick as it related to the live that I just did. And I wanted you to have some visuals. I wasn't able to do that on the live, so here goes. It is coming. You have been seeing this over the last few days from the Real Women website, and I wanted to explain to you when it's coming and what is coming. September 20th, 21st, and 22nd. What do you have to look forward to? Well, stay tuned. I'm going to share it with you in just a few moments. I first want to say hello and let you know that I am the founder of Real Women, and Real Women exists to create safe spaces for women to do real work on themselves, and that's personal development work. We call it soul work. We do this by helping women get connected, grow their confidence, and become a catalyst of positive change in their own lives and the lives of others. We invite you to come to any of our spaces and to find out when we meet. You're welcome to go to our website and become a virtual member, and that means you'll get our emails on a regular basis. Our website is realwomenrock.org, and then on Twitter and Instagram, you can find us at Real Women Rock, the number 2, and on Facebook, we are at Real Women Rock. That's where you can find us. Just a little bit about me. Again, my name is Trinace. Most of my family and friends call me Nikki, so you're welcome to do that. And this is my resume, right? These are the things that you want to know about someone to see if they're quote unquote qualified to be a leader or to be an authority on some, whether it's education or ministry or women's circles, all those things, they're listed here, right? But I like to share kind of the real down and dirty resume, the one that's the most real for me anyway. I am very proud to be a wife of 20 years and a mom to Naya and Nigel. I am the product of a blended family experience, as well as I am a mom in a blended family experience. And then I have all of the stuff that other people have, I have, right? So divorce, family issues, molestation survivor, relationship issues, all of that stuff. If you've been through it, you know, it's par for the course for anybody, including me, and got tired of my 9-to-5 and building my own business. And so I'm really here as a result of my journey. And that's really what I want to share with you over these next few moments. In order to get to what is coming, I have to take you down memory lane just a little bit. I have lifelong body image issues, and don't judge me, I won't judge you, okay? So lifelong body image issues. I love nature and outdoors, and I love frogs. Again, don't judge me, I won't judge you. But if I had to tell you about kind of where I am right now, I am in a beautiful space right now, but in order for me to get to that space, I've got to tell you where I've been. I would say that my first place, my first destination was, I would call it imitation, where I was really just imitating what was done. And this is, yes, a picture of me as a child. It was a time when I was being reared by a loving family, a God-fearing family, an awesome, incredible church family. And at the same time, I was doing just what I was told to do, and no more, for the most part, 90% of the time, doing exactly what I was told to do, and really saw life and my life and the life around me through the eyes and the lens of the people who were pouring into me. And so as a result, I would say that not only was I spiritually grounded, but I was also really narrow-minded and judgmental as it related to other people that were not like me, that didn't worship where I worshiped, that didn't talk the way we talked, that didn't dress the way we dressed. Very condemning and judgmental. I kind of took that on. So that was a place I lived. I lived in destination imitation, where I just imitated what I saw being done and really didn't analyze it or critique it in any way. And then as I got older, yes, this is me trying to look a little cooler. Don't shade, don't put on shade. All right. So anyway, me trying to look a little cooler in Destination Tribulation, because really looking, trying to look cool on the outside was hiding that there was a whole lot going on the inside. I had everything happening from being molested by family members and educators, being taken advantage of, having divorced family issues, just really that whole abandonment and rejection connected to that, really having trouble with picturing who I was. And so I became aware, I was a nice little cute chubby girl, but I became aware of the chubby and had body image issues around this time period. And so I would say this was a really difficult time for me, because I was beginning to open my eyes and have questions about life, but in the midst of that, having a lot of turmoil. And I'm wondering if you've had, maybe you're still living in destination turmoil or tribulation. And that was a real space for me for a lot of years. And I can't even say that, I left one place and moved into another place. They really kind of overlapped, but I kind of eased into assimilation from tribulation. So I started to understand what it meant to get along. So in order to get along, you got to go along, right? And so I started understanding the kind of person that I needed, the kind of persona that I needed to project out in the public. And that got me a whole lot. It got me, pageant winning and the kinds of friends that I thought I wanted and all those types of things. I mean, whatever I thought I wanted at the time, I projected what I thought would get me that. And so in my young adulthood, I assimilated. And I call it assimilation because there was something happening on the inside of me where I knew I wanted to live out my life differently. I knew I wanted to be different in the world, but I didn't know how to express that outwardly. I only knew what I saw around me. And so as a result, I only projected what I thought was acceptable to people. We now call it people pleasing, right? And so I'm taking full responsibility for all of my actions. And at the same time, I'm owning the fact that I was being and doing what I thought was needed and wanted by others, right? And what that caused was a duplicity in my life that was exhausting. I couldn't live it long. It was going literally from my 20s into my 30s, and a lot of my 30s were spent assimilating. And it wasn't until I was pushing 40, getting into my 40s, that I really began to realize, you know what, you can't do this, because destination assimilation leads to affliction, whether it is self-inflicted or whether someone imposes affliction on you. And this is literally me after having internalized so much because I was trying to be what I thought others expected of me, and living two lives. It came out, and it came out in my skin, child. It was really severe. For years, I dealt with putting foundation on to cover up literally this. And so affliction and it can probably happen to you and for you in different ways. Maybe it wasn't your skin, maybe it's your weight, maybe it isn't your weight, it's your health internally, maybe it's your relationships, whatever it is. Affliction comes, a part of the reason why it comes is because we're not dealing with who we really are, and we're really trying to project what others need us to be. That can be a part of it, and that was mine. So I really, if assimilation was exhausting, this was deadly, right? This was going to kill me. So literally after an emotional breakdown, I had to decide to do something different. And I will tell you that 2019 has been this cathartic awakening for me that has brought me to a new place where I refuse to live in these places anymore. I just refuse to do it. And I believe that it is mostly about my decision, that has moved me into a new place. I can't speak for anybody else, but I can definitely testify and be a witness to what has happened in my life. And I have simply decided no more, imitation no more, tribulation no more, assimilation no more, affliction no more. I just refuse to live in those places anymore. And as a result, I have just chosen this year to live in a place of no limitations. I refuse to live in any other place. I have no limits. I've been saying all year, the only limitations I have on me are the ones that are self-imposed, and I refuse to put them up there. So if I refuse to put them up there, there are no limitations. I am moving past the sky's the limit. I'm living with the stars now, just because I really believe in every area of my life, I get to decide how I live. That my life tomorrow is going to be shaped by how I live today. And how I live today is shaped by how I chose to live yesterday. And so I have the opportunity right now to change the trajectory of my life. And I want that for you. If you are not in a place of peace, if you are not in a place of rest about where you are, if you are not excited about life and the life you are living right now and the light and the path that you are on, I really need you to take this journey with me, okay? This destination, no limitations journey is for you as well. And I've decided that everybody who's connected to me right now, or who chooses to be connected to me, we are going to live in a space of no limitations. And so if you want this for you, if you want literally the sky to be, the sky is not even the limit. It's beyond the sky that's the limit for you. There is no limit. I want you to start getting into this Real Women community, because this is all we're talking about right now. We're just talking about making decisions that change the trajectory of your life. Period, point blank, exclamation point. And you can do that through our monthly sister circles. We have a certified facilitator training coming up that I really want you to take part in. It's starting the first week in May. You still have time to register for that certified training. We have a professional development institute, a personal and professional development institute that is coming up on our website very soon, so that you can do webinar recordings. You can listen in and purchase recordings of the kinds of talks that we do live. And then our intensive is what is coming up in September. Our annual Real Women Intensive will take place at the Holiday Inn Oceanfront in Ocean City, Maryland, September 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And let me tell you why this is going to usher us into destination no limitation. Because we've had, about four intensives since we've gotten started. In 2016, our theme was I'm Every Woman. And we talked about the various decades of our lives, right? So the 20-somethings got to talk about their life, the 30-somethings, the 40-somethings, the 50-somethings, and we went on up. And we each got to relate where we are right now to where we were then and where we're going to be. It was a beautiful experience, bridging the generational gap. In 2017, we were by the water. And so we literally talked about what it means to be by the water, both literally and figuratively in our lives. And then later in 2017, we had a second intensive where we talked about the journey of our lives and how this is not a sprint. This is not even a marathon. There is no there. We're trying to make sure that we enjoy the journey, that we are immersed and in fully the present where we are right now. And then last year, we talked about a voyage to remember. And it was an incredible time where we talked about different types of ships, cruise ships, being shipwrecked, being on a battleship, and comparing those things to our lives. Because at these intensives, we spend 3 days digging in, doing soul work, personal development work about what it really means to be you and to be your best you, right? And so because of all of the places that we've been, really reflecting on where I am and where we are, and most of all, where we're going, I had this cathartic moment that 2019 is just a different year. I don't know how else to say it. It's a different year. And for some of us, for some of you, it will probably be one of the hardest. I'm not saying limitless means there won't be difficulty. I'm not saying limitless means it will be easy, but you will be in a flow where it may be hard, but it's going to be rewarding because you'll know you're on the right track. You'll know you're on the right path. So it may be hard, but it will be the most rewarding we have ever experienced. And in order for us to transcend the struggle, how can you have your best year yet when you'll still have struggle? I can tell you how. Because you can transcend the struggle. You can rise above it, meaning you don't have to allow it to bury you. You can literally experience struggle and just rise above it. You can see it and be in it and around it and not be of it. You can just allow it to move through, past you, over you. You don't have to be a part of it. Rise above it. And that for me is transcendence. I want to get to the place of transcendence where one of my mentors, Dr. Vicky, says, where I can live an unoffended life. Let that sit on you. Where I can live an unoffended life where nothing that happens to me is happening to me personally. It's just happening. And as a result, I still expect the best. I still expect no limitations on my life. I still expect all of the best that God has for me. And so when I think of ultimate transcendence, when I think of the fact that you can rise above, this is what came to mind, child. Real women are out of this world. Literally, this year is going to be different because we're not even considering what other people are considering. We're not talking about what's possible. We're not talking about what's impossible. We are living way above that. We're talking limitless. Real women are out of this world. So I invite you September 20th, 21st, and 22nd to join us for 3 days of intense personal development and growth. Take time to discover who you truly are and how you can live a limitless life. We want you to dare to go where no woman has gone before, because we're all going to venture there together. We want you to think about, what have I been wanting? What have I been desiring and I have not been able to accomplish? I have not been able to visualize and manifest in my life. And as a result, we are going to equip you, literally walk you through what it takes to make that happen in your life. And I'm not going to do it by myself, right? Usually the Real Women team, all of us internally, are those who facilitate. But I am personally, because I am so attached to this right now, I am personally going to share with you the people who have poured directly into me. I'm not talking about I heard them speak somewhere and they were awesome, and so I know they're going to be speaking to you. Really, no, because we don't have speakers, conference speakers and presenters. We have facilitators who literally walk you through the work yourself. So you're going to have to do some work, but they're going to walk you through it. And these are the folks who have been walking me through this journey, who have helped me get from one destination to the next to bring me to this place of no limitations. And I want to expose you to those women. And so I will be rolling them out over the next few days and weeks. But you're going to have to trust me. You're going to have to go to realwomenrock.org/events and find the September date is September 20th, 21st, and 22nd. You want to go to that site and register today. You have options. You can register and just drive back and forth. That's the commuter option. If you want to drive back and forth, you can do that. If you want to come one day, you can do that. Trust me, you're going to want to come to all three. If you want to stay at the hotel, this is a beautiful hotel. Every single room is oceanfront. So you're going to open your shades and see the ocean right there, no matter what your room is. And it's all inclusive if you stay. So if you stay, it includes your lodging and your lunch and your breakfast for all 3 days. And so you want to make sure that you consider being there with us and immersing yourself all 3 days. And of course, as an all access member, shout out to all of our all access members, you get a special reduced rate. And so your rates are are housed there as well. We want all of you to come and experience this amazing experience where you are literally going to be walked through how you can experience a limitless life, how you cannot waste any more time. Trust me. So I'm just going to give you some highlights. We'll be talking about outer space and inner space, how you can maneuver in this outer space, literally the space you live out this world in, how you can walk through this space differently. And then your inner space, how you manage your life from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, so that you can fully live a limitless life, both as outer and inner space in your life. How to live without limits and boldly go where you have never gone before. We're going to take you there, where we're going to push you and challenge you to explore some things about yourself that you have not been exploring recently, that you've been afraid to tackle. We're going to go there. All guest facilitators, women who have poured directly into me. There will be reflection time after every session. I know that that can be frustrating sometimes, because you get to the place where, you know, you're learning and you're growing, and then the next thing happens, and then the next thing happens, and you haven't had a chance to reflect on anything that has happened. There will be reflection time after every session. There will be a separate space for inner space stations, and we call these inner space stations because you're going to have time to work through some exercises on your own, by yourself or with a partner, even aside from the actual general sessions with everyone else. We're going to have a special young adult Real Women session with everybody present. So if you are between the ages of 18 and 30 something, we have something specially designed for you. And we also have a discounted rate for you if you choose to come and stay with us. And then our all access members, you have a members only evening session for yourself this year. Only you will be invited to that session if you are an all access member. If you're not already an all access member, you really want to take advantage of our all access membership, because you get virtual sister circle time. So no matter where you live, we all huddle up once a month in a virtual sister circle, in addition to an amazing community of women who connects every single week. And we have webinars and sessions that you get to attend free of charge every single year. So explore that. You'll get to come to an evening only session for members only if you decide to do that. So you want to register today. If you have any questions, please make sure that you go to our website. Pose your questions on our contact page. You go to realwomenrock.org/events in order to find the intensive information. And I will be putting some links in here as well for you when I post this. We want you to experience this. Please connect with us in all of our social media venues. We will be talking about this more and more over the next few weeks. You do not want to miss this. You don't want your sister girl to miss this. Listen, y'all can come together. We have double occupancy rate, triple occupancy rate, and quad rate, just so you can save your coins. Y'all can stay together. And if you don't have a roommate, we will assign one to you. We have all of that accounted for you this year. So we're making it really easy for you to attend. We hope to see you there. If you have any questions for us, please don't hesitate to ask. We would love to see you. Thank you for staying with me during this live, and I hope that you attend, and we'll see you there soon.